your expertise being in healthcare and mental health being a part of that, I think founders often will neglect their own health. The trade-off of working more on their own business, right? And neglecting their own well-being. So I'm curious if you have any advice for founders who are trying to figure out the balance between focusing on their own health and focusing on the well-being of their businesses.
My background is not in mental health. It's becoming more and more about that because I'm so curious about all the points of intersection of what it means to be well above the neck before you can be well below the neck. So you got to get your head right first. And in order to achieve balance, I think as a founder, you can't let your business define you. And I think it's important to think about that as a founder because it can come to define you. And for me, I'm always thinking about, do you really love the work? Like if you love the work, it's okay to throw yourself into it. You have a life outside of this and you're going to struggle. I think you need to be willing to ask for help and recognize the fact that asking for help is a strength, not a weakness. And you can ask for help in many different ways because ultimately, whether you're looking to your advisors to make better decisions, that's help. Making poor decisions leads to kind of a spiraling of things out of control that creates this cycle of mental health issues that you can't even imagine. So you have to be willing, open, and honest. I think you got to be willing to talk about mental health transparently with your fellow employees, ask them how they're doing. You are who you are, and that is enough. So no matter what happens with your business, no matter how much you fail, no matter how much you think that maybe you're not doing enough or you feel like you might be an imposter, you are who you are, and that's enough. And I think that's the mentality you got to have from the outset. It took me a long time to learn that. Just remember that. And remember that for every single person you encounter as you build your business. Every employee that comes in is going to have those same worries, those same struggles, those same uncertainties. Go into those relationships when you bring them on thinking about it in that way. They're going to struggle too. You got to be there for them. You got to be their rock.
I think those are all parts of being a good leader in general and good advice for any business person.